an Ironic Media production. Visit us at ironickmedia.com.
You're crazy, man. You're a loser. Playoffs?
It's the Mark and Lowell Show.
The Mark and who?
Starring the meteorologist who does it for the viewers.
Smoke!
Lowell Melser.
Can you get out of here?
And the man who rides the coattails of his friends and family, Mark Ronick.
Hey guys, it's enough with the amplifier.
And now, here they are. Radio's equivalent of a dial-up connection.
Hello, boys.
Mark and Lowell.
We are back with another episode of the Mark and Lowell Show. I am Mark Ronick, and here with me is my co-host Lowell Melser. Hello, Lowell.
Hello, and we're getting better at the intro.
Yes, we are. And, a lot of people are confused sometimes by what we talk about when we say the intro. Yes, we have brought back one of the older renditions of our produced introduction with our voiceover guy, David Jones, and the classic music and all that good stuff. What we've been talking about through the weeks has been when I usually start the show as an intro, I used to say, hello and welcome everybody to the Mark and Lowell Show. And I've kind of grown tired of that. So we haven't been doing that lately. And so far, I think it's working just fine, really.
Yeah, we just get right into it.
Just get right into it. So let's get right into it. Today on the show, we talk a lot about social media. Lowell gives me a little lesson on how to build a thread on Twitter. I give him a little lesson on a platform that I've been using over the past year now, Clubhouse. It's a big one for me, and I'll dive into that with him. And Lowell, we also talk about the videos that you used to put up during the pandemic, in the first part of the pandemic.
The pandemic positives, which I still have forgotten to remove.
Well, you can't remove them now. You can't, because we're talking about them. People have to have something to go back and reference.
I know. What was I thinking? Oh, dear.
So if you're listening to this right now, you better go to Lowell's Instagram page and quickly watch those pandemic positive videos back from like March and April, I think.
Yeah, from last year. Oy.
Yeah, so and then we get into some more pandemic talk. How can you not these days? So let's get into it on another edition of the Mark and Lowell Show.
Resistance is futile. It's the Mark and Lowell Show.
It was like right around, or maybe it was on Allie's birthday, you tweeted something that you don't usually tweet. A, the subject matter, and B, it was like a 10-tweet post.
It was a thread, yeah. I learned how to... Do you know how to do threads?
I just recently saw, like, you can actually... There's like a little button that you could say, like, continue tweet, and then it'll just add on the next one.
You can write the whole thread and proofread it and everything before you send it.
Wow, that's the new, long-needed feature for any posting on social media.
Yeah, it's much easier to do on the computer than it is on your phone. So I sat down at the computer, it did it. It's start a thread. I think that's the button. It's like start a thread, and then you write one, and then you're like, new thread, and then it starts the new one, and then you can go back to the old ones and edit, so then you can get the whole thing exactly how you want it. Yeah. And then when you're ready, you can fire the whole thing off in one.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Tweet. Then it doesn't get like out of order or anything like that.
Have you tried out Twitter's the Spaces, I think it's called?
Is that like their Clubhouse thing?
Yeah, that's their audio platform where I might even incorporate some video in it, but it's a copy for those of you who don't know. Clubhouse is a social media platform, all audio based. It's like live podcasting pretty much.
Yeah, it's just it's like groups of people who are full of themselves on the stage. And
oh, is that so? Well, that I'm on that stage pretty much every day. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm not surprised.
There's actually all sorts of rooms on Clubhouse, and no, not everybody on a pedestal.
Oh, it's elite. It's everyone in their ivory tower. And it's like every room has like 5 people on the panel, and then there's like 20 people in the audience, and they have to like raise their hand.
That is not how I run my Clubhouse rooms on Thursdays at 12 p.m. Eastern, called Empowered Podcasting. That's not how I run my rooms.
Ronick's Ivory Tower Room.
Yes, that'll be the new name. Ronick's Ivory Tower Room. You know who joins me on that every week pretty much is Jonah.
Oh, well, he has a podcast.
He does.
Hey, walk like a cowboy.
Yep, he walks like a cowboy. Yep, and we will be on season 2.
I saw it was number 1 on iTunes.
Not yet.
Oh.
Once we appear on that episode, then...
You know what reminds me? Remember when we first started podcasting and we were popping up in iTunes all the time?
Yeah, I see that come up in my memories feeds and stuff like that.
What happened to that?
We were a novelty.
In the comedy podcast, I remember we broke the top 50 and all that stuff.
Yep. I feel like there was even a short period of time where we were in top 10.
Yeah, how did that even happen? And now where are we? We're not even on the list anymore. Not even in the top 50,000.
I mean, again, we've been podcasting together for 10 years, and it's changed a lot, podcasting. A lot more people are doing it now, so it's a bigger sea. And let's be real, we haven't been the most consistent in years past. So
I know, it's just frustrating. You got people, they come on, they do one episode, and they're number 1.
Yeah, well, that'll be us again.
Hundreds of thousands of listeners and sponsorships and everything, and we got our same 5 listeners. And
I'll tell you, man, as you know, I work with a lot of podcasts now, and the truth of the matter is that the average size audience of a podcast is a lot lower than you think. Those people who are in the top 10 are the exception to the norm.
Right. And most of them are usually celebrities in some fashion.
Well, right. Sure. Yeah. And I showed you this once when we were on our hiatus, that there's this site that actually ranks podcasts. You plug it in, you say what podcast, and it goes out into the web and collects all this data as far as how many listeners and the frequency of listening and whatever it is. There's a whole algorithm to it, and it spits out where you compare to other podcasts. And we actually are quite high compared to most podcasts that I've tested out on that platform to see.
Right, and in all seriousness, even with us being on a hiatus for a year, we still had social media traffic and things like that. And I remember you told me something aired and we got a hit of listeners over the pandemic, or something happened. I don't remember.
Yeah, over the pandemic, every so often we'd get these huge spikes of downloads where people would just all of a sudden for a week we'd have all these people downloading our show, which was great.
It must have been somebody mentioning us somewhere.
Yeah, it could be. And hey, you're on the news, you're a news guy, you're on TV. Maybe somehow people go down a rabbit hole and find other things that you're up to when they see you on TV.
Now that we're doing this again, hopefully we get back on track.
We're back, baby.
We're back.
So you posted this thread on Twitter, and I think I even have hinted this on one of our last recordings, that you were very complimentary of Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I was worried putting this out. The only thing I was worried about was you making fun of me for it. You actually complimented me on it, so I felt like that was okay.
I was impressed because that was look, you don't get too deep normally, especially publicly. One-on-one, you'll get deep with me. Publicly, you usually don't get too deep. I think during the pandemic, you went through that short spell of 8 videos in a row where it was a positivity thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then that went off the rails.
Yeah, then you weren't positive anymore and you couldn't do it.
No, I feel like I did that I got to look back and see how many of those I did.
I feel like you were posting them to Instagram. I don't remember if you did it to Twitter as well.
Yeah, I think I was doing Twitter and Instagram. I was doing it just posting the same video to both.
I seem to remember you doing 7 or 8 of them.
Yeah, I think I was doing them maybe every week or
I mean, I might have to
pull one up.
Let's see what we got here.
I think there were quite a few of them, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so I've got one at least posted. Maybe you did some on your stories and didn't post them all, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Should we do the first one or just pick a random one?
Whatever you want. The first one out of the gate.
Okay, let's see. Let me.
Hey everyone, I was thinking about doing this for a while now, since we've had to change our way of life and do my part. I'm gonna try and send out a daily quick message to everyone there. That may be feeling stressed out.
Nope.
Not know what to do. Let's take a deep breath.
Oh.
And just relax. I'm telling you, it's going to be okay. I needed a deep breath because I was out of breath. Our way of life is different right now, but someday it will get back to normal. Just breathe.
Just breathe.
Just
That's
breathe.
all we can do.
Yeah.
And we're all doing our best. I have to tell you, I'm going through a tremendous amount of stress having to be in the field every day. And then I come home and breathe. And that's what we need to do. And just know, I care about you. I love you.
Wow.
Thank you for supporting us. We're going to get through this together. And I'm just going to remind you that every day. Okay? So I'm thinking of you. I hope you're thinking of me. We're thinking of our neighbors. And we're going to do this, okay? Stay positive.
Remove these immediately.
Stay positive. And I'll see you tomorrow.
I need to remove these immediately.
Those need to be taken down.
There was one I remember seeing, and you were like talking. Let me see.
Good morning. How you doing?
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Like I'm
Heading
talking
into
to
Monday here.
Yeah.
In the Maryland area, we're dealing with rain and cloudy skies, so suggest.
Yeah, it's
So that didn't last long, and yes, you may want to take those down.
Yeah, they served their purpose at the time.
Isn't it funny though to think about? I mean, not that it wasn't serious, but looking back now and listening to your tone and your message and how grim it felt.
It did. I mean, that was in the grimmest of times.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
complete uncertainty.
no idea what we were going to do. We were on full lockdown, right?
Yep.
Everyone was on full lockdown. No vaccine in sight.
Right.
Like
Who
nothing.
knew? No one knew what anything was going to happen. I mean, it was,
Right.
it was pretty crazy. And again, just in case everybody understands, we're not saying that the pandemic wasn't serious. We're just saying, just think back to when it first kicked off, how crazy everything was.
Well, yeah, and just speaking of that, like I did a story yesterday about holiday travel at the airport,
Yeah.
and we looked at video from when we were in last year at this time, and the airport was like dead.
Yeah.
And like last night, it was
I remember that, yeah.
packed. It was packed.
Wow.
So things are changing for the better. I mean, I think the vaccine has been the game changer.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
it would be a lot different today if there weren't people getting those vaccinations.
Right?
That's
but
for
now
sure.
we're pro-vax, so now we'll get hate mail from.
I am not commenting one way or the other. I will say I'm
Right.
vaccinated, and I will say I am not commenting one way or the other where I fall on that vaccination thing.
The vaxing. Get
Yeah.
your vax. Just get your vax.
I don't know about you, man, and we're not going to get into it, but I will say that, like, I often in these deep controversial discussions that are out there, whether it's politics, whether it's the vaccine or whatever,
Right.
this sounds weird when I say it, but I have a hard time picking a side because I do understand and respect the different sides, even though I do have like,
You're a normal human being. I mean, normal human beings will have their own argument, but yet will listen to other people's arguments and respect their arguments, and
Right.
then we go about our merry way.
yeah,
You have
Yeah.
a lot of people right now. I don't know if it's a lot of people, but there's people that their way is the right way and another person's way is the wrong way, and we can't see eye to eye. So
Right.
I'm going
Right.
to try and destroy you. Like that's like what
Yeah.
the world is like now.
yes, that's what it feels like.
Nobody listens to each other
Nope.
and have like a mature conversation about things and be like, all right, well, that's how you feel. This is how I feel. Okay, I respect how you feel, and I respect how you feel. See you
Right.
later. Bye-bye.
Right.
Like, that's how normal people live
That or should.
or should live. Yeah, but
Yeah.
we don't. So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for
Yeah.
giving me permission on that. I appreciate
Yeah.
it. Are you watching anything good now?
So we're watching Succession.
And you said you watched Squid Games, right?
I watched Squid Game, yeah. We're watching Big Mouth, Curb Your Enthusiasm.
And you liked Squid Games, huh?
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was.
I haven't
entertaining.
watched it. I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, you'll blow through it. It's pretty. I mean, it's definitely violent. There's this other show that I saw last night. I gave it a try. Hold on a second. I'm trying to look it up. It's Cowboy something. Oh, Cowboy.
He walks like a cowboy.
Cowboy Bebop is
Cowboy Bebop.
It's based off like a comic, but it's about. You actually might like this. It's like. Because it's kind of like Star Wars-ish. It's space cowboy. They're bounty hunters.
Okay.
And I watched the first episode, so it's based off a comic, so it's over the top.
Okay, yeah.
But it takes place in space. where they're going to different planets and different areas, and they're doing they're bounty hunters. So I watched the first episode.
It ain't no Mandalorian though.
No, it's no Mandalorian. But speaking of Mandalorian, when is that coming back?
Well, I think Book of Boba Fett comes out first. I think that one's coming out beginning of the year of 2022 or something like that.
And when's the Obi-Wan coming out?
I think that comes out fall of 2022, I think.
This
is what they're saying.
Come on, man.
Well, they got a lot of programming. They got to, and you know, everything is a story between these different series, so they got to do them in certain orders, I think, to make it all weave together.
Did you watch any of that series on there? It's with the Japanese animator.
I did, yes. Yeah, Star Wars Visions.
Yeah, I watched a couple of them. I guess
some of them are good.
Yeah, I guess they're just all different, right? They're just all
shorts. They're all individual stories. Yeah, they're shorts, and they're all anime, created by anime creators.
Yeah.
And yeah, there are some that are really good stories, and there are some that are a little just weird or bizarre, just don't make a lot of sense. But for the most part, I enjoyed it. It was a cool, different way of watching Star Wars. Is Reed still into it?
Yeah, I tried to get Reed to not care for those. He didn't.
Yeah.
He didn't get it.
But he's into the other stuff. All the other Star Wars
still
stuff.
all the other stuff. He's like wants other things to come back. And I said, yeah, I know. Daddy does too. I don't know when they're coming back, but yeah.
And he's in what, second grade now?
Yeah, second grade.
Second grade.
Yep.
Okay. And so is he into all the Marvel stuff as well?
Yeah, he likes all the Marvel stuff. He wanted to be Thor for Halloween, but the costume never came.
Oh, yeah.
So
due to the pandemic shortages.
Yeah, so but you know what? He didn't care.
Right.
He just wanted his candy. I mean, seriously, he wore this costume he wore last year. He was Mike Myers again.
Oh, wow. Okay. And that's
Halloween.
funny. Yeah, I feel like for me, of course, the candy was always a big part of Halloween, but I feel like as a kid, it was more about having a great costume.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't seem to care.
And he doesn't care. He just wants the candy.
Yeah, they want their bounty, which, by the way, needs to be thrown out now. It's enough.
What does
the candy?
Oh, he still has it after
still a little bit left, and I think we have to let it go.
You probably should, because it's probably all the shit pieces anyway.
It is. It's like the Starbursts and the...
Well, Starburst is okay. That would be gone before. I don't know. I'm trying to think of one of the.
I got to be honest with you. I used, and you know this. I used to be the Sweet Tarts guy and the all that kind of candy. But I found myself now going after all the chocolate. I was not interested in going after those. After the Sweet Tarts and all that stuff, I went after the Snickers and the Twix and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm still more of the sweets, the sugary candy than I am the.
I gotta watch
chocolate.
it with my teeth. Just I don't want to get cavities with all the sugar.
Yeah.
Resistance is futile. It's the Mark and Lowell Show.
Well, I have to point out right off the bat that the vaccine thing didn't age well, did it? Because,
well, we recorded this particular episode. We recorded like late November, I want to say early December.
Yeah, and everything was moving right along. Everyone was excited. Everything was great. Now it seems everyone that's vaccinated is getting COVID. So we'll have to see what happens as we head into January and February here.
Yes, indeed. All right. Well, until then, what we want to do is ask you all to share with us. We talked about some movies. By the way, by now, it's probably no secret. I've seen Spider-Man No Way Home. I saw that on opening night. And absolutely loved it. My favorite, not only my favorite Spider-Man movie, but my favorite all-time Marvel MCU movie, I think.
Wow, that's really going out there, but I have heard a lot of positive things about it. I'll have to get Reed to that one maybe around Christmas.
Oh, man, Reed would love it. I'm telling you right now. He would love it. But, I don't want to get into it now. So
we can talk about that on another show.
Yes, we will. And until then, what we're asking everybody, please share with us. What movies, TV shows are you watching? What's something that you just can't get enough of? We want to hear about it. We want to check it out. So let us know. And until then, we will be back next time on an all-new Mark and Lowell Show.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You are alone?
I have 2 droids. We've come in search of a ship that crashed near here.
Maybe I can help you.
I am Boba Fett. The ship you seek is nearby.
Are the Imperial troops near this planet?
They are here, friend, and growing more powerful.
How far away?
Settle down. All they do is eat.
This is all we have, but he's welcome to it.
You are foolish to waste your kindness on this dumb creature. No lower life form is worth going hungry for, friend. I take it you have no love of the Empire.
I don't.
Well, neither do I. It will be easy to find the ship you seek. Follow me, friend.
Don't you think it might be imprudent to trust him so quickly, sir?
He's our only chance. And besides, he seems like a friend.
Indeed. Friend is merely a term that is often misused.
Did R2 say that?
Words to that effect.
Chewie, you've got the talisman. What's wrong? No! Don't destroy it! Talisman.
Boba Fett, no! He's a friend. Don't hurt him.
What did he do to Luke?
He didn't do anything. R2-D2 has detected contamination. It must have come from the talisman. R2 says it's some kind of sleeping virus that only affects humans. He says the only way to keep them alive is to let the blood rush to their heads.
I know this sleeping virus the Empire uses on its enemies. They have a remedy for it in the city. I could get some for you.
I'm afraid Chewbacca insists on going with you.
You will only get in the way. But if you must, come on. Get the serum. I said stay, friend. Luke trusted me, and I'm your only chance of getting out of here alive. Do you understand me?
Starlog update. Although Boba Fett quickly located the serum for the sleeping virus, we had no idea of his real plan.